New project time, woohoo! Henri Matisse inspired still life fish bowls. I'm going to use a pencil to draw the corner of a room, the fishbowl, and a table. The fishbowl is more like almost like a vase, like a cylindrical vase. So here's the steps. You can pause it and look at this, but I'm going to walk you through it as well. Here we go. On your paper, it's going to be best if you keep your paper more vertical, so longer rather than short and wide. I'm going to draw a vertical line from the top to almost to the bottom, but not all the way. Then I'm going to draw two other lines, one diagonal and one more horizontal. It's okay if it's not perfectly horizontal. So that's 3 lines there. And that makes the corner of your room. Now I'm going to draw an oval. That's going to be the top of my fishbowl. And the bottom oval, the second oval, will be the bottom of my fishbowl. And a fishbowl is made of glass, so it's okay if we can still see those lines of it. All right, now I'm going to draw 2 vertical lines on the left side of my bowl and on the right side. Just fix up any little peculiarities of my lines. And now I need to draw the table. So to draw the table, we're going to make another oval. And I'm going to start where my fishbowl is and end on the other side of it. It's a little wonky, but that's all right. And I could draw the line behind it because the fishbowl's glass, but I'm going to wait because I don't know what I'm putting in my fishbowl yet. Now the legs, I was being a little picky about. I thought maybe I'd do some thicker wood legs, but then I just decided I wanted it to look more like a bistro table, like something you'd find in a cafe, something small and cute with wiry legs. So I'm going to erase this funky leg I did here. And I'm going to draw oh, look at that. I made a mess. My pencil shavings everywhere. I'm just going to ignore it for now and clean it up later. Silly, silly. All right, get back on track here. All right, so now I'm going to draw those legs and I'm going to make them kind of loopy or spiral out, I guess, flare out. Do one in the middle, going a different direction, and do the one on the right. So Matisse did his as a 3-legged table, but it makes me feel awkward. It looks unstable. So I'm going to give it a 4th leg that would be in the back, so it would look a little bit shorter because it would be off towards the back. So there it is. I'm just going to fix it, clean it up a little. I think I want it to come down just a smidge more. But it's okay that it's shorter. The one in the front, which is kind of the middle leg, would be in the very front, so it would be longer. The 2 off to the side are pushed back a little further, so they would be shorter. Now using your crayons or oil pastels, you will outline your pencil marks. If you don't have either, just use markers. You won't be able to do watercolor. Or actually, maybe you could. You just have to use watercolor. The marker's a different way. So I'm going to use gray to outline my wall. We'll be adding patterns to these next class, so I don't want to do anything too extraordinary here. So gray or black would be probably decent to go with, or whatever color you want, really. I'm going to kind of skip over where the legs are, leave a teensy bit of space, but I am pushing hard. I'm using crayon, so I'm pushing hard. Oil pastels will automatically make a thick, dark mark, so you don't have to push hard with the oil pastel, but crayons you do. I tend to break all my crayons too because I don't hold them correctly, but that's just me, y'all. I got weird hands. So tracing the legs of my table, and again pushing firmly, pushing hard with the crayon so it makes a thick, solid, dark mark. Tracing my table, not coloring anything in yet because we'll start to add pattern next week and start worrying about color next week also. This week is just about, see, broke my crayon. This week is just about getting those lines in, the sort of skeleton of your drawing, right? So I'm going to use this cerulean blue to trace my fishbowl because I want it to kind of look like glass. So glass sometimes looks bluish reflected with water in it. So I'm tracing all of that, and then I'm pretty much done. I have a couple of minutes extra here, so I could start drawing my fish or some other things inside my fishbowl. Not a big deal if you don't get to that. I'm not going to trace it just yet because I'm not even sure I want to keep it. I need to think about it. So I'm going to start drawing just a little beta fish looking kind of fish. I'm just drawing from memory, so hopefully it's okay. But I mean, that is basically it. So next class, make sure you have this drawing as we will be adding pattern to it. So this drawing plus whatever you were using to outline with, as we'll continue using that same material. And we'll talk about patterns, we'll add some patterns. We may or may not get to watercoloring. It'd be good to have your watercolors just in case, but otherwise have your coloring material. And we'll see you next time.